All right, I already did a video, probably a pretty crappy video on weight of my wheels, and now that I have more time, people, not a lot of people, but a few people have commented about how heavy they think my Verde VFF01 wheels are. Sorry, got to remember what kind of wheels they are, and they're flow-formed. And so I'm going to weigh those. I'm going to weigh, really important is the 10-inch wide one in the rear, because that's obviously going to be the heavy one. And these are my factory 8.5-inch wheels that came off the car, and they're both 19-inch, and so these are 8.5-inch wide, and they might be a little bit heavier because they're chrome plated, but I just want to, and I want to weigh them and show you the weight difference between the factory wheels that are smaller and my larger 10-inch wide wheel on my flow-formed wheel, and we'll compare the size. One or two people were like, man, those wheels got to be heavy. And you know, they kind of look heavy, but we'll see how much they weigh, and I'll show you. It's going to be with the tires. I'm not going to unmount the tires, but these are lower profile tires, so this tire weighs less than the tires that are on the Verde wheels. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't even know. It's VERDE, whatever they call it. I'm an old man. I'm 50, and I got to strap these up and hoist these up to my scale right here. And this shit's heavy, believe it or not. So just bear with me while I get this on here and hoist this up here. Hope I don't break anything. I have a really small rag, microfiber rag under here, and I'll put them on the other wheels just because this chrome finish on the wheels is so delicate. I don't want to scratch them up, and so that's why that's there. Okay, I got to step back to see. All right, so that's 55 pounds and 40 ounces, I guess, 55.40. We'll weigh the Firehawk, these are 245 by 19, and the profile, the height is 40. So they are taller, and I had to do it this way to match them up with my Nitto drag radials, because they're the exact same outer diameter. I think it's 27.7. So that's why I had to manipulate all this tire crap and go with a higher tire profile. But in the scheme of things, hopefully, that's supposed to make your ride better. And I think I obviously can feel the difference between the larger profile height tires compared to the lower profile height, and it's a little more bump absorption and a little bit smoother ride. So, gain a little bit more weight for comfort. The factory wheels for the 8.5 were 55.40. So let's see how much this wheel looks a lot bigger and a lot heavier. And let's weigh this and see what this weighs. All right. So that one, with a heavier tire, this one weighs 53.30 pounds. So that tire is a lot bigger than that tire as far as width and just mass. And this actually feels heavier than that. So, but 53.30 versus 55.40. So almost a couple pounds there. So let's take this off. And so I gotta real quick pull my rears off, because I'm gonna put these on the rear. These are my 10-inch wide by 19-inch wheels. And so we're gonna see how much those weigh. So hang with me. The reason why I'm doing this swap is not necessarily just for the video, but I'm taking a trip to down south tomorrow, and a round trip, maybe 600, 700 miles. I just don't want to have my drag radial set up on there and be doing 80, 85 on the highway for hours at a time, and plus wear and tear on them. So I'm going to take them off and put my factory black chrome wheels with my aftermarket Pirelli P01 tire. That's a general purpose tire that's all weather, and this is the pure summer version, so I don't know what the designation on that is, a GT or Nero, but yeah, those are going to go back on the car. So I'm going to take these off for a little while, and that's what I'm doing. But I just want to let you know why I'm doing this. But I think it's cool to compare tire weights and let people kind of see the differences between tire weights. So as you can see, here's my 10-inch wide wheels with the Nitto drag radials on there, and those are, let me recap, 275 by 40 are 19s, and these are the 245, I can't even remember my numbers on them, 245, 35, 19s. Pretty sure that's what they are. So you can see that this is quite a bit larger tire and wheel setup, or not, tire and wheel setup. So all right, those are 55.95 pounds. So maybe half a pound heavier, give or take, being 10-inch wide with a heavier tire on there. So, there you go. So 55.95, and then with my lug nuts versus the ones that came on the car and the ones I got, which are kind of a little bit more tuner style lug nuts, a little bit longer and a little bit smaller, there was about a half a pound difference between 5 of them. So half a pound for each wheel. So that's even a little bit more weight savings. But take this down. Even with the 10-inch wide wheel and the heavier tires, the bigger tires, it's not much heavier than the factory wheel with a much smaller, well, not much smaller, but a smaller tire setup. So definitely about a 5-pound weight savings versus the wheel versus wheel. And that would be with the larger 10-inch wheel. And so it was a little over about 5 pounds and a half for the 8.5 version of this aftermarket wheel. So considerable savings there, at least, about 22, 23 pound savings in rotational mass. So there you go. So now I'm just gonna finish putting these on, ready for my trip tomorrow, put these on the rears, and they're good to go. So yeah, just an information video. Have a good night. It's like 1 a.m. here, and it's still as hot as shit in this garage. I mean, it's still sweating. So I'll catch you on another video. Have a good night. Bye-bye. My friend passed away just pretty recently, and he had a bunch of snap-on tools. So he gave me some of his tools, and I took some of his tools because he knew I was a mechanic, probably not a mechanic, but worked on my car. So one of the tools I got was this snap-on torque wrench. I don't know if this thing's $300. I mean, it's crazy, snap-on tools. But just want to tell you, whenever you put it up to your pound, 100 foot-pounds to put the wheel nuts on this car. So when you're done doing that, you always want to wind your torque wrench back down to 0 before you put it away and store it. Because if you leave it set up to 80, 90, 100 pounds, you will tear up your torque wrench. So, maybe it's someone's doing that and they didn't know. I mean, it'll make your torque wrench inaccurate and it'll mess it up. So, just thought I'd pass that along. Someone passed that along to me. So now I know, and now you should know. So, okay, well, have a good night.